Over the past couple years, I've been building out my vintage Nikon AIS lens set. After filling out the primes, I moved my attention to zooms, researching the archives of internet forums that barely still exist. I think I found the most undervalued zoom lens, maybe possibly ever. This is the Nikkor ED 50-300. It's a constant f4.5 aperture, covers a 43.26mm image circle, so it'll comfortably cover full frame, with 180 degrees rotation from near focus to far focus, and it's also parfocal, meaning focus will remain constant wherever you are on the zoom range. I've always been a prime lens guy. I've always loved the smaller size, cost, and that you have to be intentional about the focal length you're shooting a frame on. But lately, I've been working with zooms because there just isn't time on jobs I'm on for lens changes. I've also never owned a lens longer than 85mm before, so this has opened up a whole new world of compositions. Maybe that ultra-wide trend is over for me. Zooms aren't just good for saving time. The effect of using a zoom can be really cool, and it doesn't just have to be crash zooms. Slow zooms in and out can be a really cool way to focus attention or reveal detail. I feel like zooms have been looked down on over dolly shots, but it's just another tool you can use. It's something Succession does really well to add to that documentary verite vibe it has going on. Now, this lens is built like a tank. It's all solid metal construction, which is great, but it is heavy, around 2 kilograms, so you are going to want to use lens support for it. The characteristics match the other Nikkor AIS lenses from the 80s. It's very sharp. It does have some halation in the highlights, giving this creamy look to the outer focus areas, and you will get some veiling and cool flares if you point it at a light source. It has a 95mm front filter thread, which is great because you can attach filters, but the front element does extend and rotate as you focus, which means it wouldn't be great for anything with a polarizer, like a variable ND. Unfortunately, I don't have any ND filters that big, so I've been cranking the shutter, which is another reason I'd love a camera with internal NDs. Another con is that the minimum focus distance is 2.5 meters, but if you think about this as a long lens, it's not really a problem. In fact, there aren't really many other lenses today which do much better than this lens from the 80s. Even the maximum aperture of 4.5 still ends up being a sliver-thin focus plane as you go past, say, 100mm. Comparing this to some other lenses where the value becomes really apparent. Viltrox just came out with a 30-300, which has an extra 20mm on the wide side, and the minimum focus is 1.85 meters. But it's 15 kilos and costs $65,000 US. DZO has the Tango 65-280, but that's Super 35 and costs $10,000. Then there's Fujinon, Angenu, and Arri. In fact, you could get this lens rehoused at a fraction of the cost of any of these other lenses. I'd recommend keeping an eye on eBay if you're after a solid long zoom, and I just wish I could get an affiliate code for shilling vintage lenses.